I'm recording. Just start my recording.
Yeah. So the idea is I have a sprint as toggle on my shift key. I hold forward. Actually, yeah, I hold forward and hit sprint, and then I hold down spacebar until I launch off. I let go of all my keys, and then I look for space, and I start going plop, 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 hitting spacebar. And that has worked 100% of the time, except for the last time, because whatever.
Yeah, so I put
I'll blame
sprint on my
myself
mouse,
on that.
my left mouse button,
Yeah.
so I can hold down my left mouse button, and I can hold down the space bar with my thumb, and then I hit W to start running forward.
Right.
And then, as I take my hands off completely, as soon as I see that I'm flat, and I go. All right, are you ready?
Yeah, I basically tap forward, and as soon as I take like 1 or 2 steps, I hit shift, and that starts, and I let go of it, and that starts me running perpetually. Yeah. So I'm ready after you.
All right, 3,
I'll
2,
watch your angle.
1.
Get ready to open!
See, I let myself free fall a little bit first by hitting back
Yes.
to
But see, I think
to
if
give
I
myself
free fall a
bit of
little bit, it doesn't. I don't go as far because I've tried that. But maybe
Weird.
it's different for you.
And
When
it shouldn't be. It probably has everything to do with where you're exactly falling off, because the angle I took last time was actually toward this. I didn't, so I wouldn't have to turn, you see? So, but this time I followed you exactly, and that was it was definitely more direct or whatever. Like I went further.
Okay, so
So
you're
it
probably
could have a little bit to do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just hit my space bar as quickly as soon as parachute came up, I hit it.
Right. Yes, which I always do, but I think
Yeah, but
Mitchell was
didn't you go
talking. I was trying
forward
to
a little bit?
explain. No, you're right. You're right. I let myself free fall because I could see the angle was better. I
Right.
had more of a 30-degree or something like that versus like a 45 or a 60, like a
Right.
negative. So I was like, oh, this looks good. Like I guess it's kind of gotten a little natural. So when I was talking to Mitchell and he was saying, no, it's not a problem for me. I'm not going to get bothered by it. And I was like, well, maybe you won't, but I'll tell you, it really bothered me that I could not base jump.
Yeah,
And
me
when I
too.
have a problem that I can't do something, I'm like, I need to figure this shit out. I'm not going to let it go.
Well, after I figured
And I
it
did.
out that night,
Yeah.
I kept flying back up and doing it over and over again. I mean, I
I've done
probably
it,
did
and
it for an hour or two after I finally figured it out, just because
yeah,
it was like, hey, I got this finally, and this is cool as fuck.
yeah, exactly. Like once you get it, it's just like, oh wow. And so every time since I first figured it out, I was like, this is literally such an easy. So that's why you've seen me jump off, and I'm like, hey, damned.
I know.
Jump off.
I
You saw
know.
I jump into bases because I
Yep.
wanted it to be cool, so you guys see how cool it is, So you like,
That's what I'm trying to get with Mitchell. I know he's.
I know.
Again, I know he doesn't care, but he will once he gets it.
It is absolutely a keyboard mechanic thing.
It is.
And that's all, because we all have the same parameters. It's all the same. Maybe the technique.
I think he's got to wait
off
maybe a second longer before he releases.
could be, because even I screwed up right there, even though
Yeah.
I've been successful 100% until that one time. But that technique that you did of running off and then letting go of forward and hitting back once you jump over the edge, that worked for you really well.
It did.
That might work for him. But he's a very cerebral person too, so he may overthink it a lot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the best
That's
thing
a
for that, for people like me and him, I'm the same way as he is. So the best thing for us is to literally just practice.
Are you saying I'm
just? I don't know what your thought process.
Just
I don't know
kidding.
what you. I really don't
just
know what your
kidding.
thought process. I do know that me and him overthink things to like an nth degree. So it becomes like annoying. We get in our own way essentially.
No, I'm not. I overthink things and then I freak myself. Well, it's like you leaving the other day and not saying anything when you left.
Oh,
I
fair enough.
totally overthought that whole thing. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, what did I do? What did I say?
Well, there's one thing about overthinkers though, is that first off, I don't think it's overthinking. I think it's other people that just, sorry, we this is how we function. So we're not overthinking anything. This is just the way that we function. But the other thing is, yeah, in order to combat that, it's like okay, shut up and just do it. That's what I've learned, is just shut up and just take the step. Whatever. Who gives a shit? Just
So
go.
now what I do is I turn myself. You see that that road to the right? If you, I face myself towards that road, then I try and land as far as I can on that road. Did Mitchell just pop back in?
Could be, but I'm not sure if he's jumping in this camp. No, because he's not. I don't think he is.
I just saw he joined.
Well, you
Clancy
kind of
Wildlands.
hijacked, like he wanted to do a mission, and then you were like, look, we're doing this, so maybe that's why. I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe you wanted to finish something. Yeah. It's all good. Like, the problem is, I'm never going to say no to base jumping.
Well,
I'm like, yep, let's do it.
I just hope. Dang it! Now I'm going to worry about that all night. I hope I didn't.
All right, there we
rain
go.
on his parade.
Yeah. Well, you know, it is also good to play solo too, though. Like,
It
there's
is.
things you learn in the game solo that you only realize later on. Oh, I didn't realize I could manipulate the AI the way I am, that people that I'm playing with don't understand. Okay, well, let me, you know. So, yeah. Like, there's a lot of things I know that I do. That's why I play in the mode that I play in, because you see how I can do it. Oh, yeah, I'm going to land further than you for sure.
This is the farthest I've ever been able to get. No, this is actually.
I'm going to wait till you hit the ground, then I'll start making modifications. Okay, I'm going to start trying to go for even further.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow.
Because I
you
know
on the
how I
ground.
can do it. I know how I can do it, but now I'm going to try to employ the technique. Oh, I know this curve in the road, too. There should be a... Yeah, there we are.
Nice.
So, yeah. But I think my free falling and I hit backwards. So, like, when you're running, you run backwards. My free falling a little bit and then hitting that, it spreads your arms out and you kind of... You don't fall as far down elevation-wise, but it gives you a little distance, too. Like, I caught up to you really quickly. So, yeah, it's pretty fun, man.
All right, I'm gonna
It's a
end
good
this.
time. It's a good time.
All
Fair
the
enough. Me
time.
too.